In its original and primary meaning, a golem is a humanoid creature made of some sort of inanimate mineral and brought to life through magic. A person with the right skills could build a quote-unquote person out of sand, dirt, clay, stone, etc., and then magically animate and control the creature. Golems can be brought to life through various magical methods, but the most common is either etching a magic word into their foreheads or writing a magic word on a piece of paper and putting it in their mouths. An important note about golems is that they do not have a mind of their own. They are quite like robots in the sense that they can't think for themselves, they can only follow commands. It is important to also remember that golems take their orders literally. Their controls must be very specific so the golem doesn't cause more trouble than it helps. Of all the golem legends, none is as famous as the Golem of Prague. Prague was home to many Jewish scholars and mystics. Rabbi Loeb was probably the most famous. He lived a long life and defended his people valiantly against their enemies. His followers loved him so much they called him the Exalted One. Even to a holy man or a great mystic, creating life is forbidden. It can only be justified if many lives would be saved by doing so, and not always even then. But Rabbi Loeb was instructed to try the horrifying task. He created his golem with divine help, using Kabbalistic formulas communicated to him in his dreams. Acquiring this God-given knowledge was neither simple nor easy. The formulas were given, but deciphering them had to be done by the person himself. Worse, he had to use the Shem Ha-Mepharash, the true name of God, which was known to only a few holy men in each generation, and was very dangerous to pronounce. The power it unleashed could turn against the man who uttered it. This myth is unusual in that it is supposed to have happened in a specific year, 1580. There was a new danger brewing in Prague. A notorious priest, Tadeusz, planned to accuse the Jews of new ritual murder. Rabbi Loeb heard about it, and to avert the horrible danger, directed a dream question to heaven to help him save his people. He received his answer in Hebrew, which simply translates to make a golem of clay and you will destroy the entire Jew-baiting company. But this was only part of the message. The inner meaning had to be understood to be effective. Rabbi Loeb extracted the real message by using Kabbalistic formulas. And when he was done, he knew he could accomplish the creation of the golem. He called two people to assist him, his son-in-law, a Cohen, a Jew descended from the ancient order of priests, and his pupil, a Levite, a Jew descended from the servants of the temple. He explained that they needed 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. The 2 assistants represented the fire and water, Rabbi Loeb, air, and the golem, earth. He explained how they had to purify themselves, because unless they were completely ready, the Shem Ha-Mepharash would destroy them. After a day of purification, they read various chapters from the Book of Creation and then went to the river Modal. By torchlight, they sculpted a giant body out of river clay. The golem lay before them, facing the heaven. They placed themselves at his feet, looking at the quiet face. The Kohen walked 7 times around the body, from right to left, reciting the formula. The clay turned bright red like fire. Then, the Levite walked another 7 times around the body, from left to right, reciting more of the formula. The fire-like redness disappeared and water flowed through the body. He grew hair and nails. Then Rabbi Loeb walked once around the body and placed a piece of parchment in his mouth, on which was written the true name of God. He bowed to the east, west, south, and north, and all 3 of them recited together, and he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. The golem opened his eyes and looked at his creator. They dressed him and took him to the synagogue, where he could get ready to start his mission. Eventually, when the golem was no longer necessary, and some claim he went mad and became a danger to everyone, Rabbi Loeb decided to return him to the void from which he came. He did that by recalling the true name of God, and with it, the life principle, and thus restored the golem into lifeless clay. The clay figure had to be hidden in the attic of the synagogue, and no one was permitted to enter it again until many years later. Some writers during the 19th century claimed that the outlines of the giant body could still be seen there.